Before getting into today's episode, we'd like to thank Mac Performance PT for sponsoring the Walk On Pod. For more on their services and contact information, click the link in our Instagram bio where you will be led to their website. Mac Performance PT, helping Sacramento athletes live life without limits. Thank you for tuning back into the Walk On Pod. I am Luke Avdalovich, and this wouldn't be the Walk On Pod without the co-host Tommy Ball and Jared Waters with us here today. We would first like to apologize that we know that this is supposed to be a guest episode, but we have to think on the fly sometimes. We got to make adjustments, and here we are. I will go out and say for a disclaimer, I know Tommy's season is starting now. My season is starting now. Jared's in in-season mode, and he's going to be in different places a lot. So this might be happening, and we appreciate you guys for continuing to tune in. And this is just the way that it is with what we're trying to do right now. So hopefully we can make it work, and we can still put out some good episodes for you guys. But here we are, fellas. How we doing?
We are, man.
This is
Doing
great
great.
walk-on fashion, I feel like.
Yeah,
Just have to roll with it.
Play with the cards you're dealt.
Yeah.
Doing great, man. Friday night, got a dum-dum in my hand. Picked them up at Sam's Club for the kids for Halloween because I'm a hashtag good guy. We didn't get a lot of trick-or-treaters, man, so we got a lot of candy left over. So
Interesting.
I'm not too mad about it.
It might be because your Halloween starting 5 didn't resonate with the community, but who knows? Let's go ahead.
Some might say that could be true. I don't know. More dum-dums for me. I'm not mad.
Let's go ahead and fire it off. Let's get right into it. So, as we are recording right now, the NBA in-season tournament has officially kicked off. The most outlandish courts that we have seen in NBA basketball are being donned. How do we feel about this whole tournament, fellas? Like, what are we talking about?
I feel like Bones Highland said it best. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just trying to win a game.
A lot of people. Do we truly think that there's like people are going to take this any more seriously than a normal NBA game? Or
I think Tyrese Halliburton had the best clip. He was like, if you want people to care, just make the winner and get a playoff spot. I mean, that was a great idea, I feel like.
I agree, but I don't know how logistically you'd make that happen.
Well, like you give them like the 10th spot, right? The play-in spot.
Oh, not
unless you finish in the top 6, right?
I mean, hypothetically, if you're winning the in-season tournament, you should be in the playoffs.
So that we talked about that too. Like, okay, well, what if the Bucks win? Well, then they know they have a playoff spot, and Giannis just sits for last month of the season and is real fresh.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I mean, it obviously would change the way
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think the idea makes sense, but the way that it would have to be carried out would be tough.
Yeah, I have no idea how you would be able to do that, but
no, I don't. I think that he's right though, because that's like a real incentive rather than whatever. I mean, they do get a fat. It's bonus,
like fat bonus. I think it's $1 million, and then the assistant coaches get like $500K each.
I mean, that's a pretty good,
pretty big payday.
Yeah,
pretty big payday.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
I don't know. I saw. Are you good?
Yeah.
I think. I also think the other thing too is like they're trying so hard to make it viable that like I feel like it's like turns me off on it. I feel like I'm just getting hit with Instagram ads over and over and over again.
They're like trying to force it on you, kind of like.
Yeah, like, and it's not like they're playing different games or different teams. Like that's like the difference between like the teams that play in like the Champions League, right? Like you have teams from the Premier League play teams from like Spain and play for other teams, right? So teams you don't normally play. Like this is literally just a regular season game that kind of counts for an extra like bonus point.
Yeah.
It's multiple games though, right?
No, I know, but I'm saying like you have pool play. It's like it's literally
like a World Cup essentially.
Yeah.
And then I don't like the NBA has done this now with the addition stuff they've made, like the playing game and now the in-season tournament. I don't like that the stats just like don't count if you make the in-season tournament championship, and like in the playing game, those stats just don't count. Like
I thought they do count.
For like the grand scheme of things, say
what?
Say De'Aaron Fox and the Kings made the end-of-season tournament final, and D-Fox had 50. Like
It
that
doesn't go on
50-point
his season
game would
stats.
not go on his resume.
Because it's not within the
That's
82 game season.
Yeah, and they did the same thing with the
Oh.
play-in. They did the same thing with the play-in tournament.
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's
Interesting.
pretty
That
weird.
is,
I don't like it. I don't like that they do that.
so you want it. So like you want this game to be meaningful, but then you're gonna take all credibility out of it. Like that doesn't. I
Right.
feel
It's
like that's
weird.
backwards in a way.
Yeah.
It's odd.
I don't know. I didn't know
Very
that. That's
odd.
a
Yeah.
good point though, Tom. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously it's the first year and like everything's kicking off and stuff. So like when you try to implement something new, especially like on this magnitude, it's gonna take a little bit to,
I
iron
mean,
it all out.
yeah, I just I don't like you're trying to reinvent the wheel and like I don't know. It's just like
They're doing a lot of different changes though. They're doing
yeah.
so with the plan, obviously that was a few years back, and now they're saying it's going back to East-West All-Star game, which I support fully. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I think and if people have been on Twitter saying they should bring back just players wearing their own jersey
their
in the All-Star
jerseys.
game.
Oh my god, I loved that back in the old
Yeah.
video games. That was so
Yeah.
tough.
Like I feel like that's the dopest way to do it. Like maybe like every like a milestone, like the 50th and All-Star game or like the 70th All-Star game or something like that. You can like give special jerseys, but like, bro, just wear your own jersey.
Yeah.
I feel like that's who you're representing, right? Like you play for
Yeah.
your team, you're representing your team. Like you want to like for someone like Luke, right? Like you want to see 2 Kings jerseys out there, right? Right, or 3 Kings jerseys out there, right? Like that would be tight.
I mean,
For sure.
I just think it was like nostalgic too. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, but they make extra revenue on the All-Star jerseys and everything. So
Of course, and all the gear and everything else that goes
that's
with
another
it,
thing
and the
that I mean,
shoes, the shoe
I
drop.
no, I was just about to say that they don't do that anymore. Nike basketball kind of dropped the ball on that. That's a whole nother topic, but yeah, I mean, the Nike basketball All-Star lines used to be crazy, like when
Yeah.
Nike basketball was at its peak. But
Oh yeah, like the track jackets and all that, the zips.
bro, I remember the NYC pack when they were when it had to have been like 2015 whenever it was in Brooklyn. Those shoes were so tough. They had the KDs that were
Yeah. I totally remember
It was
what
the
you're talking about.
sixes. It
Those
was
were
the sixes.
those were beautiful.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, in season tournament underwear. What they say? First 7 games tonight. I think the first like 7-game slate of it or whatever.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
see. This Bucks next game was looking pretty ugly out there, but looks like
the Bucks. The defensive talk about the Bucks has been pretty true thus far.
Yeah,
These
their
courts are
transition
just-
defense is really bad, but well, go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
I was just gonna say these courts are hurting my eyes.
They're awful.
The
I
OKC
don't-
one is
I-
bad.
It's bad, though, but that's not even as bad as the Bulls and the Heat one. Like, what
Oh,
is
I
up
didn't
with
see
a
that one.
bright? Dude, it's a bright red court. Both of
Oh
them.
jeez,
Yeah,
that's
I don't know.
crazy. Because aren't all
Like-
the in-season tournament courts like that, just with whatever the home team is?
And then they give
Yeah.
them the special city jerseys or whatever,
Yeah,
city edition jerseys. So they have different jerseys, different court.
they're just doing a lot. They're doing
It's
a
a
lot.
lot of
honestly.
they're trying to force the immersion. They're trying to. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's-
I mean,
And like the Warriors court is, I don't like the Warriors
No.
court. Like they're just going away from what their colors are. It's like chrome gray or something, and I'm like,
it's like what they had on
they've
the
been
city
doing
edition
that.
court the other.
Yeah, they've been doing that a
couple years ago.
lot, and I'm like, they're blue. Blue is the color of the Warriors. Why are we not? I don't know.
Yeah,
Weird.
I think it couldn't. I mean, I was hating on the playing game when it happened, and it created a bunch of drama at the end of the season. So that was a smart play by them. I still don't think you should have that many teams in the playoffs. Like if the league only has 30 teams and like 2/3 of the league gets a chance at the playoffs, it's crazy.
I think
Right.
the in-season tournament like knockout rounds is going to be fun. I think it's going to
Yeah.
be cool.
It would be like the playing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just who knows? It's everybody's
knows?
trying to find another way to make more money, right? It's like
Yeah,
I guess you
it's-
can't stop.
That's all
That
it is
mad
at
at
the
him.
end of the day.
Yeah.
Next biggest topic. No pun intended. Wembenyama has arrived. Wembenyama has arrived.
It was
Dude,
crazy.
dude,
It was crazy. It was
Look,
crazy to watch. It was
it-
crazy to watch.
it's nuts. It's nuts. People are already talking about he's gonna end the GOAT debate, like just off of one performance. Like,
Yeah, he's 5 games into this career, and that's what we're saying.
bro, what was it? 38-10 on
Yeah.
10-0 run in the fourth quarter.
38-10,
Sealed the
10-0
game.
run by himself when the game was tied. And mind you, this is against two of the biggest superstars in the league.
Right.
And he's just looking them in the eyes and saying, I don't care.
Well, he doesn't technically look them in the eyes. He looks down on them.
Yeah,
He
he looks
looks
down
down
on
on
them. That's a
The
great
picture
point.
of him and KD
So
next to each other
crazy.
is
It's
nuts.
so crazy.
Like Marcellus
Doesn't
was
see
like,
him.
Marcellus was like, I totally look at his picture. I forget that KD is 7 feet
Bro,
tall.
think about how
Yeah.
many pictures that we've seen over the years that everyone's like, "Oh my God, KD's actually like not human."
7
but
feet.
based
Yeah.
on who he's
Yeah.
standing next to, and then you see
Yeah.
them two. It's insane, dude. It's
insane, bro. But you know what's interesting though too is like this. I don't want to detract from the main subject too much, but like, bro, he literally just beat the Suns twice in 1 week.
Mhm.
Like, it's like crazy the
Like
impact.
back-to-back games, too. That was weird.
Yeah, they're doing that a lot this year to save on the travel, I think. But like, just the impact he has, like not just defensively, but like, I don't know, man. He's just out there hooping. Like he does whatever he wants. Come off a pin down, huck up a three, face up, jab, one dribble three. Like, bro, what are we doing?
Bro,
Yeah.
when he catches lobs and dunks it, it looks
Oh,
so
it's
funny
hilarious.
to me. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It looks like a 2K like created player when you
Yeah.
like amp up.
He was like treating Book and like Eric Gordon like little kids. They was just like tipping the ball up, just like grabbing the rebounds.
I mean,
He's
what do
not
you
real,
think?
bro. He's not real.
What do we think the ceiling for him is realistically?
I mean, probably. I don't know.
Bro,
I
like,
don't
is he
want
gonna?
to.
Can he?
I'll let Tom
is it-
answer. I don't want to overtake the conversation. So
I don't know. I couldn't.
I saw a tweet that I actually liked. It said, "If Wembenyama pans out the way that it's looking like it will, we are gonna see the Wilt Chamberlain that everyone says that he was. Like
yeah,
literally,
that
And
no,
that's-
that everybody's
a-
been lying about.
yeah,
I think
like
that's a good. I think that's a good comparison.
But see, Wilt didn't shoot threes. That's the difference. Like,
but I would say like
Yeah.
their role in the game that they were in at the time. You know what I mean? Because like nobody was shooting three.
yeah, but I'm saying like he's gonna be beyond that. I feel like
the
the
stories
things
that
that
people
he
are gonna tell.
yeah, the things that he's capable of doing, like it's just I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say he's gonna go down as the best player ever because that's a crazy statement to make.
No,
But like he's going to be this like he's gonna change like everything again. You know, like he's the
Yeah.
generational player for the next 15 years.
Yeah.
Like that's why they're pushing him so hard because like one, he's really that legit, but two, like he's hopefully going to be able to carry the league like when LeBron is done. Is like what his role is going to be. Like he is going to be the prime time game. He's going to be the prime time draw, all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think the other thing too is it's just always going to come down to health.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like can he stay healthy? I mean, think about KD, like where KD would be if he didn't miss 2 full seasons, right? Like he missed 2 full seasons, and when he was with OKC, he had the Jones fracture in his foot where he missed like almost an entire season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like KD literally has 3 seasons unaccounted for.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Nah, man.
I don't know. It's pretty amazing to watch.
it's like
I agree with that.
those are the kind of things that are hard to tell. Like, yeah, I think the other interesting thing is like on that same note, it's cool to watch how adaptable Popovich is, right? You'd think like old school coach, been coaching the league longer than everybody, won titles, like he's literally just embracing letting Wembenyama be Wembenyama, which like a lot of coaches probably don't have too much of an ego to do that. So it's cool to watch. Like he wasn't letting Tim Duncan come off pin downs. Like not that Tim Duncan could have done that, but like he wasn't letting those guys do stuff like that back then.
Yeah,
where it's
Victor
like
can.
yeah, it's like he's growing with the times, which I think is dope because we've talked about it on here before. I think that's the biggest thing. I actually read this morning they were talking about Wembanyama's camp. They moved him to the team, the Metro team that he played with in France last year. They moved him there specifically so that he could have all the freedom to learn and grow and get better. And like the other team he played on was better, and probably he would have won the French championship, but it was like a very constricted role for him.
Yeah.
So I think like for Pop to be able to just allow him to like be himself and grow, like to me, it's cool to watch that because we've talked about what coaches can do to like players' confidences and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's pretty. And there's like I kept seeing clips floating around of like him actually coaching him, and like I think it's a two-way street because like you see someone like Wemby, he could very well be like the biggest head in the room. Like, oh, this is what everyone's saying about me. This is what I've already done. This is what I'm proving at the moment. But like you can see how receptive he is to Pop and the rest of the team. Like it. I think that shows like what we talked about last time, like how much of a professional he already was coming into the league. Like he doesn't he doesn't seem like he acts like he's above anybody on his team.
Yeah. And that's probably why they're having success, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty good, honestly. Because
Yeah,
of him.
Vassell
I already think he
got
is one
hurt
of the
last
best.
night, but yeah.
I already think he's one of the best defensive prospects ever. Like,
I mean,
put him on the floor. I mean, you can't like he moves his feet so well. You can't just blow by him. His arms are too long. He's blocking everything. He's an anomaly, man. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun to watch. As long as fun as like Jared said, as long as he stays healthy, it's gonna be fun to watch for the next 15, 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely,
It's very cool. I also think so. Do you think so my question to you guys is just based on what we've seen lately, like is it a realistic possibility that they make the playoffs? Just because he's impacting, he's moving, he's developing so quickly.
Man, I feel like they need a point guard, but I don't know if they do.
bro.
But the West is so loaded.
That's what I just don't even know who the West is gonna end up being. You know, like it's just like
it's too early to tell. Anyway,
for all we know, for all we know, 3 through 9 is gonna be 2.5 games spread apart again, and it's like okay.
Yeah,
it's way too early to tell right now, but
they
definitely
that,
look like they're going to compete.
Yeah, they're definitely in that 10 to like maybe 9 to 12 range.
Yeah,
the Blazers are bad. The Rockets are bad. Like like those like they're probably at the bottom.
No, the Spurs are on a tier above teams like that.
Yeah,
but I don't know if they're going to be consistent enough to be a top 5 team in the West. You know what I mean? Like I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't say top 5. I just meant make
unless
the play
Wembanyama is doing what he just did last night on a consistent basis. I think they'll be in
hard,
that. Which is not impossible, but ridiculous. I think they'll be in that 7 to 12 range.
The NBA is going to try really hard to get him in there, though. Just like when the COVID, when the bubble was going on, they tried so hard to get Zion in, and Dame just like blew them out of the like. You know what I mean? Like that whole play-in thing was to try to get Zion in the playoffs, and it backfired. And like I feel like with the hype he's generating, like they're gonna find a way for him to like I don't know. They're gonna like somehow get him in that 10 spot or that 9 spot. And Pop is coaching them well. That's again, like not to like he's coaching them up. He's not just like out there just letting them do whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I want to see him. I want to see him against like the other really good teams. Like we've talked about it before. I don't know if the Suns are going to be any good. Honestly, like they look good on paper, but like they look bad in the games.
Did you see? Speaking of the
Suns,
I
want to see him versus Jokic.
Random. Yeah, actually.
You said what, Luke?
This is crazy random. Did you see? I saw people talking about how Beal was campaigning for John Wall to join the Suns.
I didn't see that, but that's wild.
That seems crazy to me. But hey, man, look.
Did you guys see his jumper?
Yeah. He looks like an old man.
He looks like his back is ruined.
Yeah. I mean, who knows the context of that, but like, yeah, it doesn't look good.
No. Those jump shots look painful.
Yeah. I know. That's like that's not good. But we'll kind of go ahead.
Whoa.
I was just gonna say, do we want to get into our scouting reports for the week?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that.
We can do that. All right. I will say props to Jared on his last one with Jonathan Kuminga. I think that was a good take. He had a good game after he said that. So that was a good take.
Keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving. Who wants to start us off, man? Who wants to start us off?
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Jared.
I'm gonna do a sit this week. I kind of have done a lot of starts. I'm gonna do a sit.
Okay.
And this is probably more funny than serious, but lightweight serious. I think we need to sit Jordan Poole. I think we need to sit down, have a powwow with this guy. I think I saw stats. He's averaging 13 a game on 28% shooting. And we've all seen the video throwing it off the backboard down 20. It's just
and the turnaround jump shot was crazy.
It's just
funny.
comedy, bro. Like they're gonna be the most unserious team of all time. Like, and so for me, it's like
man.
I think the best thing that ever happened to Jordan Poole, and again, this is not me trying to be somewhat funny, but the best thing ever happened was when the Warriors sent him down to Santa Cruz and like let him play. I'm not saying that the Wizards are going to do that, but I'm saying we got to sit him. We got to have like some conversations. It's insanity over there in Washington, in the Capitol. So my sit is Jordan Poole.
This is a good sit. Yeah, man, that's funny.
I like that a lot. I can go ahead and fire off.
Yeah. Let's hear what you got, man.
I'm going to start, and I like Jared's start of Jonathan Kuminga. That's why I want to start his wing counterpart, who I think is taking another huge step this year. Give me Moses Moody. I'm starting Moses Moody for this next week. I think he's been playing well, and I think he's going to continue to play well. He looks really good defensively, and he's shooting the hell out of the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared and I were talking about the Warriors second unit the other night, and we were saying how like we feel like he fits in their mold really well. Like he does everything in like there's not really a hindrance for him to be held back in that second unit. Whereas like some of the other guys, you know, like Gary Payton really isn't doing much on offense, or like CP needs the ball in his hands to be as effective as we know he can be. You know what I mean? So it's like he fits exactly what they need to do. So I like that.
Gary Payton's just the center in that lineup.
Yeah,
it's not a good look.
He's a 6'2", 5 man. I mean, I was side note watching that Kings game the other night when he just like, how are you 6'2" and just pro hopping on a 7-footer in the paint and just rising up and shooting a hook shot over him with ease. I'm like watching that, like, what are we doing here? This guy is 6'2".
Doesn't
make sense. He's such an interesting basketball player.
Yeah. Luke, what you got for us, bro?
So I don't know how you guys are gonna take this one. I don't know if this one plays, but I'm gonna sit how do I want to word this? The unexperienced fan. I'm gonna sit the unexperienced fan, and I'm going with this because
the casuals,
kind of the casuals, but the unexperienced in the sense that they've never played at a high level. In the sense that the clip of Mike Brown that got posted of him going in on Malik and like really not being like an asshole by any means, but just coaching them hard and loud, right? Like just and we've all had coaches that have said very similar, if not the exact same things that he had. I see people on Twitter like, oh, he's got to cool it down a little bit, but like players aren't going to respond well to that. Like that just to me proves that you've never played at a high level, because every coach has that level of intensity and temperament that they're going to get to, and they do it to get something out of their players. And like I just don't enjoy when fans like butt in and are like, oh, this is too hard. Like, I don't. Who are you to say it's too hard on the players? Like, it's just not like it doesn't make any sense.
You sound like a parent of Sacramento high school basketball. Is what you sound like.
Yeah,
that's more.
If they think that Mike Brown wasn't doing that all last year while the Kings cruised to the 3 seed, they're dead wrong.
Or like his whole career, like in like we were talking about Pop earlier. Like these are all coaches that are like I'm sure have blown
Mike
up
Brown coached with Pop
multiple times, like in probably a lot worse than what we saw on that clip, which is fine. Like that's part of the game. That you like I said, they do it strategically to get a certain reaction out of your players, and it's like. Like
no, I feel like like any coach that's worth anything has yelled at one point or another at someone, whether it's their best player or their worst player. Like you, like getting yelled at. That's just like someone asked me about that one time. I'm like, I don't know. That's just kind of part of playing basketball. You should go play tennis or like go golf.
I'm sure,
like if you don't want to get yelled at,
I'm sure it happens in every sport.
Real.
Like that's the thing. But yeah, man, that's why I wanted to center around the fans because it's like, bro, like especially Twitter, and we talk about like Twitter fans all the time and how they're idiots, but it's
What
just
about
like,
the guy that went viral because he said his 8-year-old son saved up $2,500 to sit
oh my
courtside?
god, that was
And
crazy.
Steph walked past him like, bro,
I
Steph
saw
doesn't owe you
Salerno was funny. He
anything.
was like, "How does an 8-year-old save up?"
That's what I'm saying.
That was Salerno, right?
Yeah,
Well, say
that
blew
was
the
Yeah.
clip
so
blew up, but even then it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Bruh, I don't know, man. The Twitter NBA Twitter fans are some of the most interesting people in the world.
Yeah.
And
I
I
don't
just
ever want to see. I don't ever want to see someone saying their 8-year-old saved up $2,500. No, he didn't. Shut
Yeah,
up.
I probably didn't have $2,500 till I was like 25.
Bro, what are we talking about? His lemonade stand is not doing that well, I promise you.
Yeah,
Like,
bro got in on Bitcoin early or what? What are we talking about?
He saved up
bro,
his $2,500 allowance. We gave him $1,000 a week.
bro, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Took
but
him
like,
two and a half weeks.
I know that the fans are like this in other sports too, because when Coach Prime was talking about like, oh, when they had, I don't remember the exact situation, but they had like a 5-star wide receiver or corner that wasn't getting as much playing time, and he kept being asked about it, and he was like, yeah, he was like he needs to show up to film on time. He needs to watch more film. He needs to have better attitude. And they were like, oh, it's illegal. You can't base playing time off of film watching. And it's like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, he's the coach. He can base playing time on whatever he feels like
Yeah.
he can. Like, that's just a
What?
bad take. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
I thought,
maybe those people probably don't understand that you actually sign a contract when you go to college.
bro, or like
you,
that's what I'm
you
saying. I
literally
just
have
don't
to.
think they've ever played at like
Yeah.
like, come on, bro. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
wicked.
That's a sit for me. Give
Yeah,
me the
good sit.
if we want to say the casual Twitter
Yeah,
fan,
we'll
the
say
inexperienced,
just casual sport fan, anybody.
No,
It's a good sit,
I
Luke.
think
I
it
like
plays.
that. I like
I
that a
think it
lot.
plays.
I
Does that
do
lead us
like
into
that.
our starting five? I know we're moving through things fast here, but it gives us some time here for some starting five action. How we
Yeah,
Yeah,
feel?
I
Sure
feel like
does.
this is going to be a very existential starting five.
Really? Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
with that being said, we have starting five
Interesting.
bucket list items, activities. I don't know, just starting five bucket list. Can literally, again, this is one of those that your imagination can run full force. And I know you're waiting for me to open up who won last week. Give me a sec.
I feel like it had to be me.
Dude,
I've been on a
Last
streak
week.
a streak of what?
of one. I won the week before.
I don't
You're
believe it.
you're winning the battle against the Tommy Army, is what you're saying.
Yes, streak of one.
Tommy wins the college mascot by a landslide, and
Hey,
I
a
won the walk-on with the
landslide.
Folsom Lake College Falcon.
Wow.
Wow, didn't I take your walk-on pick too, Luke?
Yeah.
Isn't the crazy thing is, Tommy had like 3 audibles. So Tommy, your second list was better than your first list.
Shout out to
Good
list number
Yeah,
2, man.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's like way to think on your toes, man.
Hey,
All right, Tommy,
thanks,
go ahead
man.
and go ahead and pick this order. If I have to step away for my dinner arriving, then we will make do with that. However, but
Yeah, we'll
go ahead.
work with it.
This is
We'll
like
work
we
with
said,
it.
it's the walk-on pod.
Yeah.
This is your
I'll
bucket
go
list
first.
recording
I'll go
while
first.
getting DoorDash.
Luke,
Yeah.
we'll make you the middleman so you don't have to go back-to-back picks in case
Right.
of the DoorDash arrival.
Okay.
And
Ooh,
Jared,
good call,
Jared,
Tom. That's
you'll
really
be the
good.
anchor.
Okay,
That's
so I'm
GM.
going first.
No, the anchor.
The
Last.
anchor's
Oh.
the last. That's fine.
Got
Yeah. At my point guard of bucket list items, what would my point guard list be without something NBA related? And that's why I've got going to an NBA Finals game, but courtside.
Nice.
I think that would be sick. I've heard courtside seats at NBA games are pretty incredible as they are, but imagine doing it at the highest level possible.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
That's a good pick.
That's what I've got.
That's a good pick.
That's
Really
a good
glad
pick.
mine didn't get taken off the board. Jared's gonna
That's a good
hate
pick.
me. Here we go. My point guard,
I'm not
man.
gonna
My
hate
point
you
guard,
because my list is awesome.
my point guard just exudes class. This if you do this in your life on your bucket list, it means that you were a very, very successful person, or a lot of very, very successful people. I have playing
Oh,
Augusta.
don't do it. Oh, I
playing
hate you. I knew
I've
it.
playing Augusta at my point guard. Like if you play Augusta National, you made it in life.
You made it.
So
Made
like
it.
that's why I needed at my point guard, because it's not only the action of playing Augusta that's gonna be like extremely overwhelming. It's the fact that everything you did in your life to get to that point means that you were doing a lot of really great things. So it's like, it's a very all encompassing bucket list activity. So give me playing Augusta.
That's why that's why you put it at the point guard so that it didn't get taken. That's
I
why.
had to get it early off the board, bro. That's probably
Early and
like,
often.
That's an
Yeah.
incredible. Like you can't have a bucket list without that.
Yeah,
But
I
think
actually only know one person that has actually played it. Like,
and that's
I don't
pretty
know, one-
impressive.
yeah, impressive. Yeah. All right, it's all good. So at point guard,
be back.
this will be a very personal pick. Yeah, so Luke could probably step away from this one. I'm not expecting
Yeah,
him to.
I'm all ears here, man.
Good.
all
I'm
ears
glad
here,
Tom.
Waters.
Yeah, Tom, you're a big music guy. So
I am.
at my point guard, one of my point guard bucket list would be a recording session, or sitting in on a recording session with my favorite band, Broken Social Scene. People don't know what that band is, but Kevin Drew is the leader, and Brandon Kenning, and they have a lot of instruments, a lot of people. It's actually pretty cool to watch. I've seen videos. I would want to sit in on that, see how the magic happens.
I like that.
So that would be my point guard.
But I feel like being
It's
on a
got
recording
local-
session
yeah.
with any of your favorite artists would be pretty awesome. So you were
Yeah,
gonna say
that's
it has
kinda-
local natives vibes? Is that what
Yeah,
you
it
were
has
going
some
for?
local natives. Yeah, it does. So
Local Natives is a good band, listeners. For those who don't know, Jared put me on a couple years ago. I still listen to.
yeah.
Good band.
So my point guard, Broken Soul Scene, man. Shout out Kevin Drew if you ever listen to this.
Let's
Invite
hope
me.
he does. Let's hope we get him on here someday.
Now, this is my basketball pick at the shooting guard. I'm really excited about this pick, and I want to preface: Luke's not here to hear this, but this would be me in my prime, playing ones with Kobe and MJ in their prime.
Ooh,
I just want to know
that's a
what
good
it.
pick.
I just want to know. I gotta know. Like, I know that I have no chance, but I just gotta know what it feels like to be surrounded
In
by
that-
greatness in
yeah,
that
in that
competitive
gym.
environment. Yeah,
Yeah.
just ones, just three of us, three dribble from anywhere, 5 spots around the world, whatever they want. We can go count down. But yeah, playing ones with Kobe and MJ, both in their prime, with me in my prime, quote unquote, subprime.
I love that pick. We'll keep it rolling here with me, Jared.
All right, let's do it.
At my 2, I've got one that might surprise you here, brother. I've got one it's colorful, it's exciting, it's fun. It's probably in a place of the world that I'll never go, but I want to, and that's why it's on the bucket list. So give me viewing the Northern Lights.
Oh, that's a
Give me
great
viewing the
pick,
Northern Lights.
Tom. That's a great
Yeah.
pick. We were supposed to do that, actually. That's an awesome pick.
That's something I've always been fascinated by, and I feel like that would just be breathtaking.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait some years now, or go really, really north in Antarctica. But
Right,
Iceland,
yeah.
Iceland was the spot to go, and it's gonna be a couple of years before you're able to see them again.
Dang,
So,
that's
but
unfortunate.
you'll be there. That's a great pick. I really, really love that pick, because that's an amazing. I've heard my mom has seen it, so
Yeah,
that's an
no,
amazing.
that
amazing
would
thing.
be one that's definitely high on my list. Luke, we'll
How
fill you
how
in
much did
here.
I miss? Yeah, give
Oh,
me a
not
little
much.
Jared's
rundown.
point guard. You missed
Okay.
Jared. I'll let Jared give you his point guard and shooting guard, and then I went ahead and gave my shooting guard.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's all you
point
missed.
guard. I already see. Yeah, you're probably not going to resonate with this too much, but I want to sit in on a recording session with my favorite band, Broken Social
Okay.
Scene.
That's big time.
That's I want to see the magic happen. Shooting guard, you could really resonate this, because you've seen me in my subprime, semi prime. So my shooting guard, I needed the ones with Kobe and MJ in their prime.
Okay. Nice. And
And
then
then
Tommy, you
Tom-
gave
Tom
me
just went-
my
I'm
shooting
assuming-
guard. My shooting guard, I had viewing the Northern Lights. Luke.
Oh wow.
That's a great
big
pick.
time.
I
That's a
love
really
that pick. Yeah.
that's outside the box right there. Okay, so I have to
Luke,
give my
we need your
guard then.
shooting guard. Yeah, and then Tom can rock with a small forward. Yeah, and then we'll
Right.
just keep it going. Yeah.
So
perfect.
my shooting guard is gonna be getting DoorDash delivered during the walk on pod. I just feel like My shooting guard is probably something that isn't really like out. Like it will probably happen, honestly. Like I anticipate this happening. I really hope it happens. I'm going to the Final Four, similar to Tommy's, finals. I just feel like the Final
So
Four, the
fun.
atmosphere and like,
So fun.
being in college basketball for as long as I was,
Yeah.
like it's something that I definitely would like to be a part of. So yeah, go to the Final Four. I know Jared, you did
That was the
your
best. That
bachelor
was the
there,
best
right?
choice I ever made. Yeah, bachelor party,
So
best choice I
yeah.
ever
That's a
made.
good one. That's
No,
a good one.
that's
Yeah.
like I said, that one's more like one of those like more attainable ones that I feel like I really
Yeah.
will accomplish because like a lot of people, like, it's pretty accessible. So, but it's just
Yeah.
something that I definitely want to do. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we going me? Are we going me a
Yeah.
small
Go ahead,
forward here?
Tom. We can
Okay,
no, you can go small forward, and then we'll just have Rock back to
That's
Luke.
back on
got you.
normal order then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Got you. All right. My small forward. This is I feel like a pretty common one, but it's definitely um a big jump, a big step, if you will. Um, Creative flair. I've got it at the 3 because I think this would take a lot out of me to do it because it's so intimidating, and that's why I want my 3 to be a dog, intimidating, star powered. So I've got skydiving at the 3. Skydiving at the 3.
I
I
like
think
that. I'm
that
just
would be a
terrified of heights,
rush.
so I
Yeah,
couldn't do
I'm
it.
scared of it too, but like I feel like it would be so crazy. Like
Yeah.
that's probably a rush you can never ever recreate.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do
They.
skydiving at the 2 or
Yeah,
the
I
3.
mean,
Skydiving at 3.
I like it. I like it. I don't know. I mean, I have a similar approach with my 3, honestly. It's definitely a daunting task. But again, I think it's one that I definitely can and aim to do at some point in my life. I would like to run a marathon at one point in my life. I feel like it's it's
Mm.
it's
Okay.
it's like a
There you go.
milestone that like if you say you've done it, it's kind of just like a cool thing. And like,
Yeah. You want
one
to
day
get
the
the
balls
26.2 on the back of your car bumper.
I don't really care about the sticker, but like at one, the ball is gonna stop bouncing one day, and it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
all right, I can still be an athlete. Like, watch me go run a marathon. So like, I feel like
Yeah.
that's where the motivation comes from. But yeah, I got run a marathon at the small forward.
I like that. That's
It's a
nice.
good one.
That's a lot of pain. Tom has a lot of fear. Luke has a lot of pain. I have a lot of enjoyment at my small forward. Luke already kind of stole it, but he put it in the wrong position because Luke has watched the Masters many times. And what do you need to do well at the Masters? You need good long iron play. So I need the
Mm,
small forward to be lengthy and athletic. So I'm going to play Augusta at my small forward because I need my
Nice.
long irons to be dialed.
good pick. Good pick. Good pick.
Um, Power forward. Now this is kind of like what Luke said. This is a daunting task for me. I hope that it happens. It's probably going to be a while before I can get there, but at my power forward, I want to walk the Great Wall of China.
Wow.
Mm, nice
Walk the
pick.
entire Great Wall. I don't
Is
remember
it
how many
possible
miles it
to
is. I
walk
can
the
look at,
entire Great Wall? I
so
thought
I
it was
don't know
like,
actually. Maybe there's a break in there,
yeah, I
but
think,
like I want to be able to do like,
yeah,
like get from start to finish. I don't even know if that's possible, but whatever amount I can walk legally by the government, then I want
yeah.
to do that. So yeah, it's gonna be a while before I get there. But yeah, walk the Great Wall of China. I was gonna go Tom's route and talk about something else, but I won't steal it in case someone else has it on there. So yeah, walk Great Wall of China. It's power forward.
I
Nice,
like that.
nice. I like
Yeah.
that. Jared, then, right? Oh no, you already that was power forward. Okay,
That was
No,
my power
you.
forward.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's you power forward. Yeah.
Power forward. This one's a little. I don't know how we're gonna take this one, but I have flying PJ, flying private, as
Mm,
my power forward. It's a high flying big man that runs the floor well, but I think again it kind of resonates. It runs with the playing Augusta in the sense that like if you're flying private, like if you got a PJ at hand, then you're doing things right in your world. So that I got
yeah,
flying PJ
I like
as
that.
the power forward.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. My power forward, a little different. This is another event that I would love to attend. It's my stretch for the lineup. Give me give me attending Wimbledon. Super
Nice.
Wow,
simple.
that's nice,
Give
Tom.
me
I like that one. That's cool.
attending Wimbledon. I think that would
Well
be
versed.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great pick.
that'd be
Great
awesome.
pick.
Just the history around it and the tradition of Wimbledon would be pretty incredible. Similar to Augusta, not quite playing at Wimbledon, but I'd like to be there.
Yeah, I'm not competing
Um,
in no Masters, that's for sure. I'd like to go, of course.
Should be out, get
At-
out there and try to keep it
at
under
my
100.
at my 5, I like to think of myself as a pretty active person and someone who likes to explore and do things of this type of nature. I haven't done anything this crazy, but I would like to hike slash climb Mount Everest at some point
That's pretty
That's a
dope.
good pick.
at the
That's
5.
daunting. That's a daunting task. That's for
Daunting for
they,
sure.
They came to my tryouts, but again, I'm terrified of heights, so
Yeah.
I had to cut them.
Once again, I think that would just be
Yeah,
incredible.
that's huge. Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
I like
Can
that
you even
one.
get all the way to the top? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
You have to take the oxygen and stuff, but yeah,
And I think you
Yeah.
have to like
can.
win a lottery too to like be chosen to be like a
Do
You
part of the
probably
group.
have to now because of
Yeah.
all the deaths and stuff like that. But because that's
Yeah.
even climbing up Half Dome, you have to go up the cables. You have to win the lottery. There's only a
Yeah, I
certain
was
amount
gonna
of people
say
that get to
Half
go up
Dome,
every
you
day.
have to. Yeah,
50 tickets a day. Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
It'd be scary. It'd be
Yeah.
scary, but it'd be fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, my
So center loop.
my center is very personal, and I don't really want you guys to go too in depth with what I'm alluding to here, but because we obviously know where I'm at and what I'm doing right now, with what team I'm with. So we're just gonna say attending your favorite team's championship parade, and I'm gonna leave that up for the for you guys and the viewers to correctly interpret what I'm talking about. But that's what my
Yeah.
center is, and
That's a
we're gonna
great
move
pick.
from there.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
like that
pick.
pick.
Especially in my
That is a
life, we
great
would
pick.
love to see that.
That would be pretty awesome. Jared, we've been blessed. Have you been to the parade, Jared?
No, I don't go. It's too crazy out there.
I've been to 3 of the 4 parades, and it's a great
Nice.
time.
Yeah, it's too crazy
Super
out there
fun.
for me.
It is. It's nuts. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
be
when it
worth
was when it was in Oakland in 20, I was like, bro, I was seeing all this stuff going on. I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't go.
No, definitely. Luke, that would be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know where you'd be though.
Yeah.
Bro, they would go right down, they would go right down Main Street.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So for my center, this has been something that it's going to be attainable. I just have to get there. But it's something I always thought was cool and something I think I'm going to do like once, I get older and my kids get older. And if they're into basketball, I'll obviously take them. But I want to attend a game at every NBA arena.
That's dope.
Ooh.
I've been to about half, I think, but there's like some
That's a
random
good
ones
one.
I haven't been to. So I want to take one season and just go like, hopefully, follow some of my guys around and go to every arena in one season.
Now that you say
Just
that,
kind of
Jared,
make the
I'm
trip.
like, I think I've only been to 3.
Yeah, I've been
Huh.
fortunate. I've been to a lot.
Wow.
But there's like areas that like I never go to. So, yeah. So that's at my center. Attend a game at every NBA arena. That's my goal.
What's one that like? What's your favorite one you'd want to go to right now that you haven't been to?
I'd
Just
want
a
to go to
question.
the TD Garden. I'd want to
Yeah.
go to Boston. Like going to the United Center and like it's really I don't want to take too long, but you feel this eerie, like not magic sounds corny, but like there's this weird feeling when you're in the United Center where Chicago plays and like you see the
Okay.
banners and you see the jerseys and there's a huge statue of Michael like in the entrance, like, and the arena's like in a middle of nowhere. It's way outside of Chicago. Like it's kind of inconvenient, but yeah, when you go in there, it's just kind of trippy, man. It's weird.
Cool.
There's like all the history and like the wins and I don't know. It's so being there is tight. I really like their arena. Where the Bucks play, is really brand new, state of the art. Obviously, Chase Center is amazing. I got to go to almost every home game their first year. So, but yeah, TD Garden is probably the one that
I
I
like
would
it.
want to hit, or maybe Miami's arena. I don't know what they call it now, but
Yeah,
Miami's
I don't
arena.
even know what they call any
Yeah.
arenas anymore, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, so for
Walk
my
on.
walk on, so I have 2 I'm struggling with. I have a funny one and I have a serious one. I think I'll probably do my serious one. just because the funny one, I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh,
but,
jeez.
but so for my walk on, I would like, and this is very selfish, I understand that. I would want to train or coach an NBA Finals MVP or NBA MVP. That would be a bucket list where it's like you
I
just
don't think that's
see.
selfish.
I don't know. It's just like
It's your
that's like
job. Like what? Like that's,
Yeah,
you want
I
to
don't
you
think
want
that's
to
selfish at all.
you want
I
to
guess
work with
that's
the
the
best.
pinnacle.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
Like,
pinnacle of it is like you get someone to see someone reach the top of our like to be the best, considered the best player in the world of the sport that we all love, and
Yeah.
help them on that journey. Not necessarily like be the reason, but just help them to that journey. I think would be cool because that's like real walk on fashion. Just like
yeah.
Yeah,
me coming from where I came from, and being able to get someone to that level. That was something I always reached for, and obviously never made it. But
it's a great one
yeah.
to have, Jared.
So
Yeah, I don't think that's selfish like at all. Like
all right,
it's
cool.
like
Okay.
because like if you think about it, like if someone was working for like a company, let's say someone's working for Instagram, it's like I want to work next to Zuckerberg one day. Like that's not saying that like that's wanting to work next to the highest in
All
your
right, yeah.
field.
I guess if you look at it that
So,
way.
so yeah, I like that. Mine
Good pick.
definitely not a serious route at all. It's serious in the fact that I definitely want to do this at some point in my life. I've expressed this plenty of times. I just one, can't commit to it, and two, while I'm still playing, I don't think it's very realistic. I want to grow a man bun at some point in my life.
That's just
Yeah,
terrible. I
Bro,
hate you for that.
but like it's just something that I've always
I'm
wanted
so
to
with
do,
that,
and
Luke.
like I feel like even if I grew it and like had it like real thick man bun out the back of the hat while I'm golfing, like I love that, and then I just like probably cut it off like pretty quick after. But
Yeah,
like
what's the dude Kyle Berkshire or whatever? The dude that hits
bro, there's a
bombs.
bunch of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always, I do like the thought of long hair. I'm not playing with long hair, that's for sure.
No,
But
playing
that's
long
why
hair sucks.
there's
I'm
just,
telling you
there's,
that.
yeah. I mean, even when I used to have the comb over, I was always doing the swipe and all this, and I
No.
hated that. So like, yeah, at one point in my life, I like to grow a man bun.
man
That's
bun.
the
Your
thing.
list
Dude,
is
hey,
way
I'm
too-
right there with you, man. Because I was so close last summer. I
Oh,
could get
but
the half bun going, but
during COVID, I could do a little samurai joint because like I didn't cut any of it off the top, so like I
yeah,
could slick it back and do this one. I think I showed
it's
up
a
to
good
one of
one.
the runs at Sac State with it, and you got mad at me.
Jesus.
Actually.
Yeah, I did.
That's good stuff. Mine is a serious one. Sorry, Luke. Sorry not to rain on the
I mean,
parade,
mine's
Jared.
not
Not a
not
serious one.
serious. It's just not like
Yeah,
heartfelt.
No,
I
yours is
guess.
unserious. Shut up.
No,
Go,
it's serious
Tommy.
mine's
because at one
definitely
point in my life I'll
heartfelt.
have it.
Definitely bucket list for me. Just to work out with Steph Curry. Get a
That's a
basketball
great one.
workout with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Just
Awesome.
just to learn and just be around that work ethic. Everybody talks about how insane he is, insane his workouts are. When Annie was on here talking about that, like I would love to just be in one. I'd probably throw up. He said that his trainer said that some NBA players were throwing up when they were working out with him. So that'd be a lot of fun. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
take.
that's
Good
yeah,
pick,
that's
good pick, good
awesome.
pick.
Super dope.
Good list,
Can
guys. I think those were pretty cool.
I'm gonna put my funny one out there, but just
Yeah.
don't put it on the list. It was gonna be a date with Scarlett Johansson.
You
It's a
say
good thing Amanda
everything,
does not
but
listen to
Amanda
this.
doesn't listen now.
She knows the deal.
That's crazy.
I
That's
mean,
like
if we're
on your,
going
that's
that
on your
route,
like elevator list or whatever. Like,
We don't do that, but like if Ryan Reynolds asked her to go on a date, she's not gonna say no. I just know her.
yeah. All right,
that's
all
great.
And
right.
like I said, go on a date, go to dinner, just have a nice conversation, glass of wine.
Yeah,
That's it.
dude,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody says Scarlett Johansson's crazy. So
Dude, we're
Jared,
getting off topic.
sorry. My
I
bad.
bet you'd like to find out.
Okay. See, that Tommy
See,
took it a
this is what
different
I'm
route.
saying, bro. Reel it back in.
Dude,
reel it
no,
back in.
I didn't. That didn't mean
All right,
anything.
hey,
That was
hey,
right
hey,
down
so-
Jared's alley.
Okay, so Luke and I talked about playing Augusta. Tommy, I know he's been getting his work in the house.
Yeah.
For me, it could be a small bucket, medium bucket, large bucket. It doesn't matter if my pockets are light. I'm gonna get my 50 chips a night. So when I get paired with a Jack and Tiger, my short game will shine bright.
Nice. That was really good.
That's a
was
good
really
one,
good,
Jared.
actually. That was good.
A great
He's
one,
taking the
Jared.
easy way out and just said it's going to be right, but then like he said, shine bright with the light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
nice. I
Well,
like
I'm gonna
that.
be at Augusta like with Tiger and Jack. I'm gonna have to.
Oh yeah, that's a good take.
I
Man.
love
That's
it.
a good take.
Yeah.
Killer. Shout out to Jared. Shout out to the guys. Shout out to the listeners, man. These are getting more fun every week. Appreciate it all. Luke, thanks for persevering through the DoorDash order through the episode, man. You're a
Yeah,
real one for that.
shout out to my DoorDash driver.
Yeah. The guy was on time. He didn't just drop it out front and leave. Take a picture.
Yeah. The good guy, man.
We made it. We
What a
made it
good guy.
happen.
And this has been another episode of the Walk On Pod. These are your favorite walk-ons, and we're walking out.